I'm working on this small locomotive here, and when I started working on it, the paint was coming off. There wasn't much paint on it to begin with, and the more I worked on it, the more paint came off. So I just decided, well, let's take all the paint off and start all over with it. So I've got to take this out in the garage and put another coat of paint on the other side. Well, paint the other side of it anyhow. So this is what it looked like, except it was blue and red, or light blue and red. So I'm going to go out and paint this and then bring it back in, and tomorrow I'll finish putting it back together and I'll show you that video. There's all the parts to it. That's the motor for it. So I'm working on that. Okay, so I'm back to working on this mini mighty metal HO Tyco thing. For the last year I've been using this, and it does okay, but now for some reason I can't keep batteries charged in it. It works for a couple minutes and then kills the batteries. So I really got frustrated. So I went to using the laptop and a web camera. And I got this cool little web camera stand here that I can put the camera on. So hopefully now I can record videos without it cutting out on me and killing batteries. So the motor is in the tender of this, and how this works is one side of the brushes are attached to the frame or the body here, and it makes contact with that, and the other side you solder a wire onto it, and that wire runs through the bottom hole here, and then as you can see, this makes contact with this right there. Okay, so it's using one side of the power from the tender, and then this has to go to the actual locomotive to get the other side of the power, whether it's positive or negative, you know, one side than the other. So let's put this little thing back together here. Oh, I forgot to put this on here. I don't know, you think I should paint this a different color? It's supposed to look like wood, I guess, but I don't know. I forget what side those wheels are supposed to go on. I'll find out when I put the rest of it back together. So here's a little worm gear assembly that goes in here. We need a drop of oil on that. I know you can't see this, but I'm not left-handed, so maybe if I put the camera on the other side, huh? No big deal. I'm just putting 3 little screws in the top of this to hold this in.
Okay, so that little gear is in place.
And we need a little grease on that gear. Let me find my lithium. There's a little piece that goes in here, the lights, and actually I painted it blue, but it's supposed to be red, and that's out in the garage right now drying. So I'll put this together as much as I can, and then we'll get back to it. Oh, I gotta put this on. These little things here actually were supposed to, this was supposed to be painted black, I think, right in there. I thought it was just tarnished or dirty, and I cleaned all the paint off of it. Maybe I'll touch it up later. Gee, maybe this would be easier if I had bigger fingers, huh? Jeez. Alright, so we got those on. Looks cool. Little spacer that goes on this screw here. I'll have to look at the other one because I'm not sure. That doesn't seem to move too freely. I don't know if I got the wrong screw or what. Pop the little bell in here. Let's not break it. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Go to grab a part and you end up grabbing the rag and everything else. Check out this screw here. See how small that is? Good night. Okay, where were we on this? Oh, okay. So this is a side that has traction wheels on it, so that means this is a side that conducts electricity. And you want the opposite side to be the brass wheels that pick up electricity. So I did do this correctly. Okay. This part was painted blue. I don't know if I should paint it something else. Wonder, I don't know what, actually I should probably paint that black. That would look cool. And leave that white. I think that's what I'm going to do with this. I realized, am I stupid or something? Stupid is what stupid does. There I am, I picked up that spacer and never put it on the screw. I even showed you. Jeez. How did that happen? Oh, I know how it happened. Because I took it. Yeah. Okay. So, there it is. Trying to look at what I'm doing on the computer as I'm doing this. Of course, I got my reading glasses on so I can see up close, but I can't see the computer now. So yeah, you got this little spacer here. Of course, what I did is I put that in there, and then the spacer fell right off. There we go. Now, actually, I do have a problem here because one of these wheels are broken right there. So I don't know if it'll run or not, or what I can find to put there temporarily, or if I can see what I can find in another train show. Alright, so that's mostly together. Alright, there's a little coupler that connects the tender to the engine, and I have this one that I 3D printed. They're actually like a cardboard type material. I have to draw out this hole a little bit. Actually, what I'm going to do here, this is a newer 3D print, but I have to sand and file this before I can put that together. And the other thing I need to do is find out how this wiring connects in here, because actually, looking at the other one, there is there's a light in here in a smokestack. So I have to figure out how that lighting works out. So at this point, I've got to figure out how the wiring goes in through here. And there's actually a wire that would connect from here to the frame of the tender. So I've got to make that, yeah, here's what's left of it right there. And I got to fix this, sand this piece here to fit. And I got the other piece out in the garage drying the lights. So that's about all I can do with this for now. Oh yeah, and I got the railings here that go on that, and one of the, I broke that one. Let's see this one here. This one's broke. And I broke that one too, doggone it. So I need to find some wire to replace that. Alright, I got to work on this coupler and then I'll get back to you.